So much plastic waste comes from just buying a few things at stores. One person produces a whopping 88 kilograms in plastic waste a year, with over 370 plastic bags. All that plastic waste is dumped into the ocean, equivalent to 1 truckload a minute. With that, actress Park Jin-hee has mustered the courage to do something about it.
안녕하세요. 배우 박진입니다. 그래서 저는 마트 갈 때, 식당에 갈 때 용기를 냈습니다. 일상생활 속에서 불필요한 플라스틱 사용을 줄여보기 위해 용기를 내서 시작하게 되었어요.
She brings a container every time she goes to stores or restaurants. It's an action that requires courage. In Korean, the word for courage and container is the same, 용기. To follow in Park's footsteps, we've come up with the Take Yonggi Challenge, which stands for gathering courage to take out food in containers. Honestly, it may be a bit embarrassing at first, but
음식보다 많이 나오는 일회용품들을 보면서 어색하고 부끄럽더라도 환경을 위해 용기를 내야 할 것 같았습니다.
she felt that she needed to gain the courage for the environment, and
용기내 캠페인은 저에게 지구를 지킬 수 있는 용기를 주었어요. 소비자인 우리가 더 많은 용기를 내서 더 큰 변화를 만들어야 합니다.
The Take Yonggi campaign gave her the courage to help the earth. And now, as consumers, we need to muster up more courage to create change. People who took up the challenge was able to reduce up to 41% of their monthly waste. So what do we need now? The courage to use containers.
용기내 챌린지, 당신도 함께 해주세요.
Small actions, big changes. Up for the challenge? Radio.
Radio.
The time is 9 p.m.
Ariran Radio.
In the second hour, let's share amazing stories from listeners all over the world. On and on, Alex of Drippin will join us, so make sure to stay tuned. But before that, let's listen to these 2 songs and come back with more. We will listen to Big Baby Driver, Where Do We Go From Here, and Yuha Tess Katie, Island.
Where do we go from here? Your clever body knows, starry eyes surely show the right place for us to go. So don't you worry, there's no hurry. We will get there someday. We're taking you, my dear. You can close your eyes to see the world that I will bring out in you. So don't you worry, there's no hurry. Let me take you far, far away. The right time to know, the right time to go, the right time to having some fun. It's time to be myself. It's time 하얀 배경화면 속에 널 담고 싶어 내 모습이 어떤지 나 매일 묻고 싶어 Tell me if you like it 너도 나와 생각이 같다면 Trust me feel me lean on me 그대로 나를 더 느껴줘 아무도 없는 곳으로 날 데려가줘 그곳에 sometimes 겁나지 않는 모든 게 다 너와 나로 시작된 paradise 잠시 멈춰진 시간 속에 지친 맘은 내게 기댈 수 있다면 거친 맘이 널 찾아내도 내 곁에서 멈추게 되지 Your love too hot so tell me right now that this feeling is right 내게 주문을 걸어봐 tonight It's alright Three step four side 춤을 춰봐 내 손을 잡고 날아가 세상 끝에 널 물들게 하는 난 너의 랜 난 너의 랜 말이 돼 like a dream to me 넌 어느 별에서 내려온 거니 잠 못 드는 밤 소원을 비니 쏟아지는 just star You're the one that I want I'm tryna have fun 우리 둘만의 얘기로 물든 살 은빛 모래 속에 발맞춰 걷는다면 거친 맘이 널 찾아내도 내 곁에서 Your love too hot so tell me right now that this feeling is right 내게 주문을 걸어봐 tonight It's alright Three step four side 춤을 춰봐 내 손을 잡고 날아가 세상 끝에 널 물들게 하는 난 너의 랜 난 너의 랜 난 너의 난 너의
아리랑 라디오.
Here I am, right by your side. You are listening to RADIONUS.
On and on. Every Thursday, let's share the amazing stories that listeners all around the world have experienced with Alex of Drippin'. Welcome back, Alex.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you again.
Yep, and like you said, I think you have also been a month
Right.
doing this program as well,
right.
and then I didn't even know it's already been a month because I knew about the fans and the listeners. So, congrats on your month of
Thank you very much.
being in this program as well. So, how was your week?
And actually, everything's perfect. As usually, we are really preparing for our Japanese debut. And yeah, everything's great. I'm back. Woo.
For sure. And the weather was so nice, and the flowers bloom very beautiful. But
Right.
did you go watch the flowers?
No, but in front of our dorm, there's some cherry blossom trees. So yeah.
For the same as well for me too. There was a lot of flowers in front of my place that I live,
Right.
but I didn't get to see it because it was raining and all the flowers were all wet.
Right.
And It was all gone in that moment. But maybe next year.
Right.
All right, so I don't know if you remember, but do you remember we played the balance game last week? So the listeners say it's amazing that we don't match at all. That's the interesting thing.
Right.
I think last week we got one matched, and the others were all not even matched. So for today as well, they sent us more. So do you want to give it a try again?
Yep. Let's go.
All right. Let's do this then. All right. So just like last week, I'll read the questions, and when I count 1, 2, 3, we'll answer at the same time, and we'll go straight to it. All right.
Right. Let's go.
I'll read it in Korean first, and I'll read it in English, and then let's answer.
Yep.
영원히 잠을 안 자도 피곤하지 않음, 아니면 아무리 먹어도 살이 찌지 않음. Never tired even if you don't sleep forever, or no matter how much you eat, you don't gain weight. All right, I'm gonna go.
Cool, man.
1, 2, 3. No matter how much you eat, you gain weight.
Oh.
All right, but now let's dig in through the questions later, and I'll just move on next.
Right.
다시 태어난다면 원하는 얼굴 갖기, 아니면 원하는 몸매 갖기. If you were born again, have the face you want or get the body you want. All right, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3. If
Get
you
the
were born
body.
again, have the face you want.
Get the body I want.
Okay.
Right.
240km만 영상 보기, 아니면 자꾸 연결 끊기는 블루투스 이어폰으로 음악 듣기. Wow, this is terrible. Watch video only with 240p versus listen to music with Bluetooth earphones that keep disconnecting. This is terrible. But if we gotta pick, we gotta pick. All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Watch video only with 240p. Yeah, that's true.
Pixel.
Yeah.
Right. It's much better.
There's no way we're gonna pick Bluetooth in that situation. All right. 비 오는 날 새 신발 젖기. Oh my gosh. Oh. 벌써 눈물 난다 이거. 아니면 흰색 셔츠에 빨간 구멍.
두 개 다.
Wow. Wear new shoes on a rainy day and get wet, or spilling red spicy soup on a white shirt. Wow. This is really bad. But if I gotta pick. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Wear new shoes on a rainy day and get wet. Oh, we're pretty getting matched a lot today.
Right.
All right. I don't even want to read this. 읽고 싶지도 않아요, 이거. But I have to read it. Let's go. 이게 말이 됩니까? 190cm 바퀴벌레와 살기? 아니면 190마리의 바퀴벌레와 살기. 이건 living with 190cm cockroach or living with 190 cockroaches.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's saying holy moly. 반응이 찐이야. 네, 반응이 진심입니다. But we have to pick. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Living with 190 centimeters cockroach.
Yeah.
Yup.
Good.
Right. This is the last question. 이거 궁금해지는데. 사무엘 엘릭스 5명 아니면 5살 사무엘 엘릭스. 5 Samuel Alexes or 5-year-old Samuel and Alex. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
5-year-old Samuel and Alex.
Wow,
yeah.
we really got a lot of matches today.
Perfect.
All right. Before we move on, there are some questions that I really do want to know why the reasons, and we have to say some kind of reasons.
Right.
So one of the things that were caught up in my eye was, if you were born again, have the face you want or get the body you want, and you picked get the body you want.
Right.
What's the reason?
Because I want to get really tall. So like a basketball player, because I really love basketball. So yeah,
I see.
2 meters.
Mm,
It's gonna be cool.
2 meters.
Yeah,
Wow.
it feels like you're like all over the world, right?
Wow. I mean, you could see everything from the bottom,
Right.
from the top, but the reason I picked since out of these two is because if you were born again, have the face you want. I mean, get the body you want. You could just work out and to make the body that you want. And if you want to really lose weight, you could just lose weight. But face is DNA, I have to say. Face is DNA. And then,
Oh.
like I said, a lot of people, and you know, it's very normal. But you know, I would say there's no people that's ugly or handsome. It's
Right,
just
right.
that you just gotta make your own personality and
Right.
then try to figure out what really matches with you and as well. And then the other question that was really interesting was living with 190 centimeter cockroach and living with 190 cockroaches. So we both picked
Right.
190 centimeter cockroach. I want to hear the reason why, Alex.
Because I can see the 190 centimeters cockroach, but 190 all over the place is no
I
thank you.
mean, yeah, that's true. You could even step on
Right.
it too.
No
so-
thank you.
Ooh, just imagining. For me as well, 190 centimeter cockroach, you could just be best friends.
Right.
He just doesn't know how to talk, but if you just teach him how to write, he could write something, or you know, you could just have fun and go walk around or do whatever. And then you don't even need a car. You could just ride on top of him and you could just walk away
Oh.
like a skateboard, you know. But once again, those are very interesting.
Right.
And all right, once again, thank you for everyone who's
Cool.
sending in these interesting questions.
Questions.
All right, Alex, let's start for today's show. Please introduce what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, every Thursday we read interesting stories from listeners living in various countries. I'm curious about the legends of the country you know, the strange stories you've experienced. Teacher Simon and I'll become storytellers and read them to you, so please send us a lot of stories.
All right, let's move to the first story. All right, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's
go.
go.
Pruthi from Philippines sent the story. Okay, music start. Oh, cool music. Once upon a time, there was a kid named Mana living with her mother in a neighborhood.
She was a very nice kid who helped her mother and the villagers every day. After hearing Mana's good behavior, the fairy came to the village where Mana lived.
Mana, you have a beautiful heart. I will give you a present that resembles your heart.
The fairy made Mana's heart sparkle with magic. Whenever Mana did something nice, Mana's heart shone in the shape of a heart. Then one day, a group of bugs came to the village.
The bugs increased one by one, and they started eating the trees and eating the villagers' food. The villagers' worries depends.
Mana was also sad to see such villagers. So Mana thought,
Is there anything I can do? Yeah. Bugs like lights, right? Let me make the bugs follow me.
Mana told her mother about this plan.
Mom, I'm going to take the bugs out of town with the light of my heart.
But she was against it, because Mana was so young and small. But Mana turned on the light in her heart and started walking through the village.
the bugs saw the light and followed Mana, and she was disappeared out of the town with the bugs forever. After Mana disappeared, Mana's mother and the villagers spent every day grieving.
After some time, there was a tree in front of Mana's house. The tree had heart-shaped fruits, and the fruit was really sweet and delicious.
The villagers thought this fruit tree was another gift from Mana, so they started calling it Mana. Mana is the old name of mango that we eat deliciously now. The beautiful heart of Mana has become a sweet fruit, making us happy till now. The end.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Oh, I didn't even. Wow, that's a really
Wow.
interesting ending.
Right.
Once again, thank you so much, and thank you for the story, Puti.
Right.
Our fans often express us with cute animals or fruits. How do your fans describe you?
Dreaming is our fan name.
Mhm, mhm.
So Dreaming is calling me the strongest baby dino.
Strongest baby dino.
Yes, in Korean is 최강 아기 공룡.
Wow.
It's because my name is Alex.
Mhm.
Is associated with T-Rex. Alex.
T-Rex.
So yeah, and I'm very interested in dinos. You know, as every kid does.
I mean, that's true. I was a huge fan too as well. But that's a very interesting answer as well. A lot of fans call me deer.
Deer, right.
Like 사슴무엘이라고 저한테 부르는데 they call me like 사슴무엘 because they say I think it was like back then I was like really skinny and they're really tall and then I have the eyes that was really cute and really sparkling, and then they really said, "Oh, you really look like a deer."
Mm-hmm.
And then there was an animation movie. I think it was Bambi.
Bambi. Bambi, yeah.
That's where I got the nickname from because I look very similar.
Right.
But once again, we have both animal nicknames as well.
Right.
Once again, thank you so much for sending us your stories. Before the song break, let me tell you how to participate. On and On is receiving your stories through our email. Please send your stories to rnus@gmail.com and tell us the interesting stories you have. Let's listen to the song and come back with more. We will listen to Kundi Panda, Booty, The Roots.
뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리기 스키 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리기 스키 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리기 스키 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 타올라게 우리부터 닥치면 증가 거기 너 거지 나 최고 내려왔어 니 처음처럼 나 아직도 만족 못했어 아직 배고파니 너의 왕관에 넘겨 명반 내려서 내던 정규 랩보다 잘 알아서 보여주고 증명했더니 이제 벌고 우리 돈부터 그래서 만들어낸 소문은 범지구적으로 퍼져 그 평점 전부 다 따내고 평정 내 멘탈은 컸어 잡고 난 컨트롤 흔들림 없어 너가 볼 때는 그게 너무 뻔뻔해 시작하고 나면 말이 달라지지 나를 무시하다 사과 나보다 빨라 이리 비결 묻지 말고 그래 쳐다봐라 TV 다른 소고적인 대로대로 never try to get it Say what's up 새로 태어나고 보란듯이 앞에 케이스로 내 플레인처럼 그거 사람 아냐 웨인처럼 너 연기하고 내고 놀려 딜레이처럼 너니 알아 의심하는 내 실력에 회의 없어 Take over J-Hover 헤이처럼 내 머릿속 박스를 내도 get 계획한 메스 그렇게 만들어버린 게 바로 내 실력 This time 넌 part I love 나 그래 날 사랑하는 만큼 하던 걸로 갔어서 사랑이 사라지면 차라리 나가도 와까지 다 왔어 짧아 넌 내가만 노려보기 지금 당당히 설치 내가 보낸 미래 내어 나의 최선이 보이니 내가만 노려보기 지금 당당히 설치 내가 보낸 미래 내어 나의 최선이 보이니 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리기 스키 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리기 스키 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리기 스키 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 타올라게 우리부터 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리 깊숙이 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리 깊숙이 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 우린 뿌리가 뿌리 깊숙이 뿌리까지 뿌리부터 타오르게 우리부터 닥치면 중간 거기 너 거지 나 최고 한번 찍고 다시 처음처럼 난 충분히 많이 처먹었는데도 아직 배고파 왕관 못 넘겨 명반 내에서 냈던 정규 랩부터 잘 알아서 보여주고 증명했더니 이제 벌고 오래 돈부터 그래서 나왔다 쇼미의 저스티스 팬 요즘 재미리라 놀리네 근데 그런 말 하는 너넨 그 나이 처먹고 나한테 이론도 쓰기 싫어 보이던데 홀리게보다 돈도 안 되는 놓친 애들 악플이 똥이고 내게 덧칠해 너희한테 내가 벽이기에 내 신격한 눈꼴실인데 내가 기만을 했니 그것도 다 내 실력인데 저열한 이곳 처음에만 잘 알아더니 이젠 뒤에도 눈가애들이 달려있대 잘생겨야 들린대 꿈이래 또 꾸몄더니 힙합 아니고 아이돌이네 근데 나보고 없다고 논리 그래서 팩트 들고 오면 왜 이렇게 부정적이네 희망적이만 함 척이래 거짓이래 물리고 물리는 말 꼬리에 후에 토가 쏠리네 말 한번 잘못하면 다음날 사형대에 목이네 꿈만 꿨다 하망몽이네 모든 걸 바치만큼 사랑했던 힙합 이제 소음이네 돈이네 결국 남은 것은 돈이네 근데 또 이런 트랙 군디 같은 애랑 만들고 있을 때 뿌리부터 뿌리고 뿌리 깊숙이 뿌리까지 뿌리기에 닥치면 증가 거기 너 거지 나 최고 내려왔어 니 처음처럼 나 아직도 만족 못했어 아직 배고파니 너의 왕관에 넘겨 명반 내에서 냈던 정규 랩부터 잘 안 해서 보여주고 증명했더니 이제 벌고 오래 돈부터 처음부터 올라왔기에 태세가 전투죠 어중이 떠중이들 보면 키가 거꾸로 어느 놈이 되어 있어 거꾸로 매달아 주머니에서도 털어 허풍들 터뜨려 홍대 술자리들은 썰프로 말싸 말기배 갖다 대면 너버버 그게 2020년의 예의라면 뺄 건 너 우리의 일단 뿌리부터 타올랐고 우리 같은 뿌리들에게 회뿌리 되었으면 하는 마음으로 지금 쓰지 람, 비트, 노래 하모니 돌아가 본질은 여기 영원히 남겨줬고 여기부터 나냐 우리 몫이 이제 우리 너희들에게 넘길게 부시를 한 번 졌지만 두 번은 안돼 세 번 속으면 그건 나의 탓이게 미련 없이 털어버리고 갈게 사랑도 사랑 나는 이게 이거 10년짜리지 누구에겐 그저 피싱 누구에겐 한국 힙합의 역사리은 랩 근데 이 카메라 통해 보면 집해 So what you waiting for now everybody sing that
Alright, we are back after listening to the song, and shall we move on to the next story?
Yes, the story is from Junie.
Alright, thank you, Junie. Let's read the story and music start.
Ooh.
Oh. Hi, guys. I'm going to tell you the story that I read in a book when I was young because I saw it again recently. It's quite interesting.
The sandwich that we often eat is actually named after the Earl of Sandwich. He was the fourth Earl of Sandwich who ruled the Sandwich area in England.
He was very smart from an early age. He graduated from a good university but was notorious as an immoral person.
He used his position to make bribes and sell high positions of government. And he was so addicted to gambling that he stayed up all night playing card games.
He even played card games even during mealtime, but he was so hungry, so he asked his servant to bring bread and roast beef to the card game room. And he put the beef between the breads and held it with one hand and ate it, which is the beginning of the sandwich.
At that time, the aristocrats should have sat at the table and ate politely. So it was shocking to see him eating with his hands while playing card games.
However, others who felt comfortable with his hand eating style began to follow and call the food a sandwich. He's a really lazy and pathetic man. But should I thank for coming up with my favorite menu, a sandwich?
Sandwich. Delicious food.
That's why it's called sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Is it a real story?
I mean, I think it's a real story.
Cool.
I think it's a real story.
Cool.
Like the story you read before about the mana and the mango.
Right.
And this is about eating the roast beef and with the bread and in the
Right.
middle and eating with hands, and it's called
Right.
sandwich.
Cool.
I guess there are a lot of things found because people are lazy. Because they think about how to live a comfortable life.
Right.
When were you the laziest? For an example, like, I haven't cleaned my room in a month. I haven't taken a shower in 3 days. What's the most laziest thing you remember?
Okay. Before I answer this question, my favorite foods are spaghetti or noodles. Like,
Spaghetti or... Okay.
do you know why?
No.
It's because you don't have to chew on them much.
Oh.
So, can you beat me on this?
I mean, how fast do I eat a ramen? I think I could eat one pack of ramen, like the one, just one simple divided thing. I think in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
That's the fastest I could eat.
Wow.
Or maybe 4 minutes. That's the fastest. But spaghetti, I think I could eat it in like 3 minutes. Yeah.
I take almost 45 minutes.
You take 45 minutes?
Yes, for eating spaghetti.
Oh, I mean, if I eat it lazily, of course I could eat it for an hour and a half. But if it's a challenge, I gotta eat it in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
But
cool.
what's the laziest thing that I remember? I mean, I'm usually very active, but the most laziest, I think the most laziest thing I remember is, what do you say? Oh, after you eat food, you just automatically go to the sofa or the bed.
Right.
You just want to lay down, but you have to do something.
Right.
That's when the laziest happens for me as well. And if you go to famous sandwich places,
Right.
you can make your own combination. That's what I heard. So let's tell listeners our best sandwich combination.
Right.
What is your favorite kind of meat, first of all?
Actually, when I eat tuna, the kebab thing, I take lamb and chicken. So my favorite meat are chicken and lamb. So
Interesting. One of my favorite meats is pork, I have to say. Pork and cow.
cow.
So basically, you call it like 삼겹살 or 그냥 소고기.
소고기.
Those are the two things. Whew.
한우.
Oh. I'm so sorry, guys. I had to take a little break of just thinking about the foods going away because you can't go wrong with meat. And what is your favorite sauce?
Actually, mayonnaise and barbecue sauce and sweet onion sauce.
Sweet onion sauce.
Right.
One of my favorite sauces is, first of all, ketchup.
Ketchup.
Second of all is barbecue sauce.
Right.
And sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet
right.
and sour.
Oh, one question. Do you pronounce this word, sauce or sauce?
We call it sauce.
Sauce. Okay. I just wanted to ask you.
Then what do you pronounce it in your place?
Sauce.
Sauce. This is so interesting that it's just one word, but the pronounce is so different.
Right.
In Korea, we call this 소스.
Right, sauce.
Sauce. It's so cute, but in English, it's sauce.
Right.
It has more confident. And then you say it.
Sauce.
Yeah, it has that little unique kind of style. Once again, it's so interesting.
Right.
All right. Now we have to think about it from now on. We have to answer an OX quiz. It's a very simple OX quiz at the same time. So there are 6 words that I have prepared, and we just got to pick O and X. First, lettuce.
Lettuce.
1, 2, 3. O.
O.
Tomatoes.
Delicious.
1, 2, 3. X.
Double O.
Double O. Okay. Cucumber.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. X. Oh. Olive. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Right.
Onions. 1, 2, 3. O.
X.
Oh. And last is jalapenos.
Yo.
1, 2, 3. O.
X.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow. I mean, once again, this was our own making recipes for our own sandwich combination.
Right.
So you guys could imagine what will the sandwich look like with mine and Alex as well.
Right.
Once again, thank you guys so much for sending us the stories. Now it's time for another song break. Before that, Alex, please tell the listeners how to participate.
Yes, On and On is receiving your stories through the email. Please send your stories to rnusradio@gmail.com. You're curious about all the interesting stories you have. DJ Simon and I'll become storytellers and read them to you. So please send us a lot of stories.
Yes, sir. And I just looked at the comment and said, Subway 주문하는 것 같네. It was like us ordering Subway
Subways.
sandwiches.
Right.
But I feel it what it means. But once again, we will come back with more stories after this song, and it is AT's Don't Stop.
Don't stop.
보기 속에 엉망을 변해 손댈 수 없이 커져만 가 I'm gonna keep it on that 커져가는 속삭임 길어 숨길 수 없는 본능이 날 깨워 멈출 수가 없어 가격하게 부딪혀 Hey don't stop 괜찮아 우리 서로를 round and round 돌아 Hey don't stop 밤이 새도록 너와 나 막을 수가 없도록 Keep it up 넌 멈출 수가 없지 춤을 추고 있지 쉴 새 없지 땀은 비 오듯 오지 빠져들어 넌 리듬 안에 널 I love it, I like it 이 음악 안에 널 You can do better, step it up faster 우린 더 go higher, yes you can do better Break, break, 우린 벽을 부숴나가 Break, break, 우린 어디든 멈추지 마 부디 넘어서 for me 오늘 밤 입으로만 Take it to count 적당히 get past 거리는 right Yo, volume up, 봄이 너너 핫한 숨 넘어간대도 빗소절 이미 글러먹었고 내일은 없어 Hey, don't stop 괜찮아 우리 서로를 round and round 돌고 돌아 Hey, don't stop 밤이 새도록 너와 나 막을 수가 없도록 다 포셔 Together, wake up, go, go 음악 속에 취한 듯이 점점 미쳐가 Hey, don't stop 괜찮아 우린 서로를 round and round 돌고 돌아 Hey, don't stop 밤이 새도록 너와 나 막을 수가 없도록 Keep it up
Every Thursday, let's share the amazing stories that listeners all around the world have experienced. We are with Alex of Drippin'. It's time to tell you the last story of the day. Alex, why don't you go first this time?
Okay, let's go. Music, start. Hello, Samuel and Alex. Do you believe in past life? I went to the fortune telling with my friend a few days ago, and I heard something interesting.
First of all, my friend and I just got close, but we get along really well. We got really close in a short time because our favorite dramas, food, hobbies, and things we want to do on our days off were similar.
So we went to the fortune telling as a joke before our own project. But the fortune teller said we are a good match if we work together.
So we heard about our past lives. She said, we met on the battlefield. I wasn't a fighter, I was a man of operations. And my friend was a general who led people to fight on the battlefield.
I think it's perfect for our personalities. I like to make plans, but I'm always frustrated because I can't carry them out until the end. And my friend is a person who moves right away when he comes to mind without a plan, but he decides to do it once and does it until the end.
Some people say they were princesses in their previous lives, and someone say he was a clam. I wish I were a princess or a cool god, but I guess the general on the battlefield is cool enough.
I don't believe all this story, but I think it's funny. I wonder what Samuel and Alex were in their previous lives. And what kind of relationship did you have in your previous lives that you two could meet together now?
Oh, battlefield. That's pretty interesting.
General.
Once again, this is a very interesting story as well, but what do you think you were in your previous life, Alex?
Actually, I think I had many lives. Like, I think I had different animal lives, or also a tree or stone lives. So I don't know why, but I just have this feeling. So sometimes I walk past a very old tree. I think, yeah, we could have been friends at the time. Like,
I think I'll like if I have to imagine myself, then I think I was a star in the outer space.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
A little star that's just wandering around, and all of a sudden the star just fell into the earth, and then boom, I became a human.
Cool.
If I have to imagine,
Right.
But what kind of relationship were we in a previous lives?
Actually, I don't mind what relationship we had, as long you were not the woodcutter and I was a tree. So, yeah.
I mean, for me as well, as long as you were a tree that whenever I dropped from the sky, I was a little star that I dropped, it wasn't your tree that I hit it. Then we might have met it, I have to say. But once again, all these stories were very interesting today as well. And the comments were so funny that they were like even asking us questions like before. So they were like, one of the questions that I remember was, what was that question? Oh, Alex, do you prefer a black mask or a white mask? So I picked black mask, and also Alex picked black mask as well. And I think we have the both same reasons or not, but I have to ask, why do you pick?
Because I actually like black, so that's the reason why I'm wearing black today. And it's look more cooler.
I mean, that's true.
Right.
Whenever I wear a white mask, how do you say? Like I do remember one time when I was going to school, like it was like back in the days. I wore a white mask and I went to school and everyone was looking at me weird. And I was like, why are you looking at me? And the first thing this person said, are you sick? And I was like, no, I'm just wearing mask just to cover my face. And then they were all asking me all those questions. And then for some reason, wearing a white mask, it just makes me feel kind of like really naked for a reason. But wearing black mask, it kind of has that, it just pulls out that little confidence as well. And then let me read some other questions. Oh, this is a question for me, but I'll ask you too as well. This is, Samuel, do you like cooking?
Cooking?
No, I do not like cooking. There's a lot of good places to eat, but why do you have to cook? You just gotta go and have a time to eat. But what about you, Alex?
Actually, the only food that I cook is ramen. So, I don't like to cook. Yeah, it's more easier to go outside and eat better food, much healthy food. So,
That's true. Then, what's the one food you think you could be really good at on cooking?
Spaghetti. Spaghetti gorgonzola. Because it's my favorite food.
Wow. There's one food that I really want to learn from my mom is, I forgot how you say it. It's some kind of, 어떻게 말하죠? 이게 불고기인데 불고기에다가 그 당면이 들어가 있고 그 들어가 있는 얼큰한 건 아니에요.
뚝배기 불고기?
뚝배기 불고기인가? Yeah, 뚝배기 불고기.
뚝불.
Yeah, 뚝불. So in Korea, there's a food there's kind of meat inside and there's little really how do you say? There's like thin noodles inside
glass
and
noodle?
then yeah, it looks like glass. It's like really glass noodles. But it's called 뚝불.
Right.
뚝배기 불고기. That's what you call it in Korean, but that's one of the foods that I really want to learn from my mom because she really cooks that amazing. And then one of the things that I really cook these days is ramen. Perfect time. The timing is perfect. It's got to be perfect.
You only have to spend 5 minutes.
Yeah. In that 5 minutes, the masterpiece comes out.
Right.
But, okay. This might be the last question for me and Alex as well. I'll make this into a question. After eating, would you prefer cooking? Would you prefer washing the dishes or having like a machine that washes it for you? I have to say I might just wash it by myself.
Oh, really? Because I thought to have a machine is more comfortable. Like it can just wash like 20 dishes in in one time. So
then what happens if that machine all of a sudden goes crazy and then just washes everything and it just breaks all the dishes? But I mean, these days the machines are so good. So, I mean, we could just give it to him. Here, wash it and then just wash the dishes again.
But it's much better to wash the dishes by yourself first and then.
I know, that's true.
Keep it,
Well, once again, those are very interesting stories and the questions that we did today as well. And unfortunately, it's already time to say goodbye to Alex. All right, so this is the question that I ask every time, but how was another day today on Thursday, Alex?
Actually, it's a little funny, like doing the balance game and doing the OX. So it was really funny today, and I'm really curious about the next stories that listeners will send us next week. So yeah, see you next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Have a good week.
We will see Alex next Thursday as well. And once again, thank you for coming in today, Alex, as well.
Right.
We will listen to this song and say goodbye to Alex. And the last song we will listen together with Alex is Bam Bam, Slow-Mo, and you can say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ariran Radio.
It's precious because we are together. Now you are with RADIONUS.
희미해지는 저 불빛처럼 아무 말도 필요 없어. 지금 이대로 곁에 있어줘.
힘든 하루 보내고 밤이 되면 허무해져. 아무 일 없듯 웃어봐도 한숨만. 넌 어땠어? 난 좀 힘들었어. 별건 아냐 보고 싶어. 물밀듯 밀려와 그리움. 고생했어. 그 조그만 한마디에 큰 위로가 돼. 내 맘이 모두 보상이 돼. 지친 어깨 곤이 기대 잠들고파 내려놓고 펼 때마다 힘이 되는 그 목소리 I miss it, I miss it.
멈출 수 없는 이 마음이 어딘가를 향해
한 걸음씩 다가갈게 너도 조금씩 내게로 오면 돼 그거면 돼 그걸로도 충분해
희미해지는 저 불빛처럼 아무 말도 필요 없어 지금 이대로 곁에 있어줘 달빛이 내린 창가에 기대 서로를 바라봐요 그걸로도 충분해요 난 어두운 밤하늘을 다 너로 가득 채워
날 포근히 감싸 함께 있는 것 같아 차가운 공기 따스하게 비춰주는 my light You my home sweet home 너가 없으면 무슨 소용 내 악상한 나뭇가지 손 벌리고 서 있어 너 마치 하늘 같아 모든 걸 다 주니까 오늘따라 나 널 유달리 떠올릴까
나를 변하게 하는 것도 너 하나뿐이야
숨기지 않을게 더 이상 너도 보여줘 나에게만 난 그거면 돼 그걸로도 충분해
희미해지는 저 불빛처럼 아무 말도 필요 없어 지금 이대로 곁에 있어줘 달빛이 내린 창가에 기대 서로를 바라봐요 그걸로도 충분해요 난
근데 내 우주 내 쉼터 말로 설명 못할 하나하나 나누고파 너무 큰 욕심일까 내 우주 내 쉼터 여기에 있어 항상 필요하면 머무를 수 있게 밤하늘의 별이 될게 늘 네 편에서 같은 공포 걷겠어 난 그거면 돼 그걸로도 충분해
멀리 보이는 저 별빛처럼 그 자리에 있어줘요 지금처럼만 같이 있어줘 창가에 비친 서로를 보며 변하지 않는 우리 그걸로도 충분해요 난 그걸로도 충분해요
Alright, we just came back listening to Sani, 그걸로도 충분해요. Just stay with me. And today was an amazing day and a beautiful day as well. And Alex, if you're listening to this, you really did a great job today, and I'll see you next week as well. Tomorrow is already Friday, and just chat and have fun with me for 2 hours straight, and I'll come back with a comfortable heart. And tomorrow, I don't know what songs we have prepared, but it might be a crazy Friday tomorrow as well. Today's last song will be Basic, Good Life, and I was DJ Samuel for today, and we will see you guys again this time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
원하는 건 good life. 앞가림하기